Okay. No. Okay. Uh, okay. And we Charya yogas is like this. Then it's a yoga denta. And we studied a little bit about the preparation of the empowerment. Maybe also during the Dzogchen times you already studied, but when you've been chopen, it's very important. And man wrote that these things is empty or not empty, and you check out them sometimes. Chopens to keep empty, not very good. Then we understood that when you receive the empowerment, firstly, if you want to kind of a little bit notice, and like Vaja masters give you water to clean your wash mouth, and after there is a kind of dedication of the ghetto. Of course, there is nothing kind of the demons or some is the sentient beings, and we are kicked out from the place of the empowerment. And the Holiness Dalai Lama, he make me be kind of the joke. He said, I don't want to recite this part. And because it's like he offered the empowerment, all sentient beings, it doesn't matter human or God or ghost or demon or obstacles, whoever wanted to participate in the empowerment, there's nothing needed to say you need to go away to subjugate and also like this sort of the, but it's the same as the when we practice the Rinzan Dupas, and we says no chitur chungkur the lokta parche the turmalong la yan the thing kalindana dorji yon says the, and no so tawar ram jang la get no parche me lover nam ton tur don chewing on the samche to say, and no so tamche tawar ram jam say chan. When you practice pure perceptions, there's nothing kind of the ghost or nothing different between ghost and the deities. Just the kind of the negative thoughts is like kind of demons, and certain like kind of negative dualistic thoughts in order to destroy it. Then this kind of dedication of the Dharma, and they make the cycle. After then there's Vajramaster telling to us his story of this empowerment, and also is a empowerment is like a longer lineage tradition of the Kama, and very short lineage tradition of the Terma, and the profundity of tradition and like kind of the pure visions. There's three type of the empowerment lineages. And also before I said is coding the Kama, and one is the authentic perspective, the Kama, Karma is the resuming short ways. The karma, this is like the 9 vehicles. And of course 9 vehicle. And first start is like Mahayana. The start is the Shavaka, Pachika Buddha, Bodhisattva, then outer center, inner center. There's 9 yanas. It's the principle, this inside the subject matters 9 vehicles, the karma. Then there's many different detailed elaborations. And in this perspective, maybe you say it's like you look and the Shavaka, Pachika Buddha, Bodhisattvas normally belong the more is the meant the Sutayanas. And then also in the Sutayanas there is the empowerment. But this is like the Sutayana of the included Tantrayanas. You know, it is like when we say the 3 Pitakas, and according the Sutayanas, according the Mantrayanas. And based is the 3 Pitakas are the Buddha's teaching. We can use 3 Pitakas of the Sutayana, 3 Pitakas of the Mantrayanas. And this is like kind of the main is Buddha's the same teaching, but then is disciples. They're like kind of the different way of the approaches. Only in the kind of follow the system of the Shavaka, Pachika Buddha, Bodhisattvas, and then that is the in the only you call the Suttas perspective. Then maybe there's not many empowerment, more like meditations and explanations. It's like this, we need to realize that the supreme empty nature or something. And then it's like that time it's like using the 3 Pitakas, but more is like the Sutta perspective. And then it's authentic perspective, of course, is based, is like explained through the 3 Pitakas, but it's a more high. Same word, there's many extraordinary. In Tibet, there is one word, Dantan la Tun Pox. Dantan la Tun Pox. Dantan la Tun Pox. That means, is for example, if you're drawing on the wall, the sun, very beautiful sun, then you can to say it's like, oh, there is a sun. Real sun is also you call the sun. Drawing sun is the sun. The name is the sun, but meaning is absolutely different. Yes, real sun. Like this, similarities. Like when we are called like generally, when you talk about compassion, but compassion is any religious they talking about compassion. But in the Buddha's compassion is more extraordinary. Enlightenment, everybody is talking about, you know. Even you are like psychologically like, so, oh, that is the enlightenment. If you are enlightenment, for example, maybe if you say that your business is enlightened. Why? Because very successful. And any religious perspective, they're using the enlightenment. Then it's like you think it's the same. No, this is different. And Shavakas is talking about enlightenment. Pachika Buddha's enlightenment. The Bodhisattvas enlightenment. And in according in a 6 centers also. But there's a different approach. That's very important. Then it's like, therefore, I just want to give some more information. And then Yoga Tantas. Here is the vehicle of the Yoga Tantra is the so-called because it is emphasized, predominated the inner yogics meditation, open realities, combining skillful means and the wisdoms. And this is like the the inner realities, meditation, inner open realities, combine skillful means and the wisdom skillful means. And this is like skillful means is the luminosity aspect, maybe wisdom is the empty aspect. And emphasize in the essential mind. And like inner this the absolute of the mind does. And then itself has, of course, it's like kind of five point, entering point, entering point, entering point, entering point, view, meditation, conduct, and the result, and then are the as the follow. That is normal we enter the Dzogchen Rinpoche's book of the 9 vehicles. And then is entry point you have, and like kind of the being the matures through the 11 empowerment, 11 empowerment, 11 empowerment, 11 empowerment. What are they? I think is we can logically base it is the 5. Triyat enters 2, Charya Yogas 3, together is the 5, yes? 5. Then top of that, what we can say? The 5 empowerment of the disciple, water, crown, vaja, bell, and name, as well as the 6 empowerment of the master. This is master. Master empowerment means one is the you look at the when you receive the volumes. For example, Vajra masters holding the volumes. This kind of, for example, Longchen Hintik you received, and each sometimes the empowerment then is one volume, and put to your head, and that means it's like, now I give you empowerment, authority. Now this like kind of the teaching of the Longchen Hintik, and belong that you can to use your profess, the position, you practice, and to make the maturation of your mind, and then you can to use this for next generations, and kind of to bring them as the liberations. Therefore, 6th one, the master's empowerment, yes? The empowerment of is irreversibilities. Irreversibilities, irreversibility. Irreversibility is the non-return, you can to say. Irreversible, non-returns. It is like a and this is like this sequential is a little different, but doesn't matter. Irreversible, it's like when you received at that means it's like almost you are the reaching in the path of the scenes, and that moment irreversible, it means it is like you never return to the something is the samsaras. You receive this empowerment, and then it's like the empowerment of the seeing secret realities, and then it's like this one is irreversibilities empowerment, and then is you see in the great secret, and maybe it's like the kind of the nature of the reality, and maybe it's the your awareness or something, and then is the which one is 7th one, yes? the irreversible empowerment, Vajra Master, irreversible, and seeing secret realities is 8th one. And authorization empowerment, and Jino authorization means it's like then really it is like there is different substantials and they give to you, and really that is the 9. Prophecy in the means empowerment, and maybe in the future you become that kind of the Buddha, and that times you'd be like this. There's kind of prophecy, confirmation, and praising, encouragement. It's a confirmation and praising, and sometimes it's like a confirmation, and the confirmation is like some translations is the revitalize, confirmation or the revitalizations. Revitalization means it's like, and that time is you recognize, and you are the disciple of these Vajra masters. You are the lineage holder of the Vajra masters, and you are like kind of the authorities and the owner of these lineages. This is like kind of the you breathe, you give a life, make the joke, and the mothers make rebirth child, and his baby is coming out. Then his mother says, now I'm like a kind of the breathe. You are the human existence in this moment, and like kind of the you give like a new life, new breath. There's a confirmation is sometimes they translate revitalization. And then is the praising, the encouragement. Now you cannot to become lazy. You need to be very much courage. Do continue for the benefit of the sentient beings. Keep like receive this 12 for 11. Okay, 11. Okay, 11 empowerment according to these yoga tantras. Yes? And okay, we can tell which one is 5 families. It's we knows water, crown, Vajra, bill, and name. Top of that, and yoga tantras receive to you the like a master. Irreversible means it's like a non-return, and then is what empowerment of the seeing secret realities, and then is the empowerment authorization, and prophecy, confirmation, and praising, encouragement. And this is the 6th 11 empowerment. In Tibet there is the yoga tantra chodong chopen dodr mi chloma on nga. Tani shurmudo fu on se ta hin chung korwa la yong ma go se. So what they call na sang chu ni ton chi jinung se ta jere jo the on chattage long time ba ma pa chon do don do ta average se. Tani jere jo u yong se je te jere chotan zo le kama. Zing to see the Cholanda don the tab Yunten Yule say Tunda in Tibetan is like say like this. Maybe it's okay. This is now if you can't, maybe it's for difficult. Yes. Can you don't look in your book? It should say it's like 5 Buddha families. Tamuripo on ase. Chodon cho on chopenk on dorji on turbo on mink on ngare. Titola is in Tibet is the cho on se the water empowerment, and the crown se chopenk on se, and then is dorjik on Vajra, turbo on vabel, mink on the name, and then is like a Dorje Lopunjo masters. Then is Shermadofu on Taishin Korvala Yongo Mares. Sharmadof on is like irreversibility. And then is what? Non-kate konanya and the seeing the secret realities, and then is the prophecy, authorizations, genome, authorization, and then is the prophecy, future, and then is the confirmation and the revitalizations. Yes, confirmation, yeah, and then is the praising encouragement. That's the 11. Yes, are you sure? That's on. When we receive the on, then you say it's like now it's which on? Triad yogas on, Charya yogas on, yoga tentas on. The yoga tentas normally there is the 11, the empowerment. Oh, how is the first? Yes, surely there is water, and then is the crown, and then Vajra bill and the names. This is the like kind of general. All the tantras is like this, and then specific like kind of the empowerment according the yoga tantras, and Vajra master empowerment, and then is a Lopunjo. Afterwards, I forgot it. Master. Irreversibles. Normally, it's a little bit kind of the maybe coding the in Tibetan sequential. It's we would to say it's like first is the irreversible empowerment. When you receive the 5 empowerment, then it's like there is the, how do you say, it's irreversible. That maybe it's like translations, like catch the first, then go to the end, translating back. Maybe it's like this word by word. Maybe we don't need to do. Look, you can do in Tibet like this is. Chodong Chopen Dorjit means Lomo on Atons, then Shermadov on is irreversible on. Irreversibility on. Why? Maybe we can do logically. You receive this like the common 5 empowerments, then you are never is returned into the samsaras. Okay, you are reach. Maybe you reach the part of the something kind of the scenes, and because maybe it's like reasonably. Why you say it's irreversibility? Because you like seeing the secret realities. You see in the secret realities, you never return to the samsara or something normal. And then it's like that means afterwards, okay, you see in the secret realities, then you will definitively Buddha in the futures. But still there is a process, you have path. That means it's like the process, like kind of like maybe it's like not this the how to say the when you are the seeing the secret realities, and then it's like now you look, you see the realities. Maybe it's the lineage realities, the teacher's realities, your own view realities, and maybe it is the reality of the nature, reality of everything. And then it says like now you are the ability holder of the your like king says you are maturated, my son. Now it's like you are really, it's the time you need to take over the my position, like kind of like this. Then teachers to say it's like authorizations. It means it's like now you are the lineage holder, and in the future so you receive this empowerment. You used to benefit for others, and this is the lineage holder. After it's like you really purely you received this transformation or the empowerment or pit instructions, this three empowerment, this lineage you received, then after you can to use. That is like the authorizations. And then you like seeing the secret realities, you receive the authorizations. And then is maybe to say is like in the futures you become this and that kind of Buddha, and you will become there's like the prophecies. And also Buddhas often is like the Guru Rinpoche's like Longchen Ranjampa, it is like Longchen Ranjampa is the daughter of the Trosong Detsen, and he died early. Something happened. Then Trosong Detsen was very sad. Asked to Guru Rinpoche. Then it's like Guru Rinpoche's like hidden something, like to put something in her mind streams, some terma, like hidden reveal things. And then he says like her in the future life. Now she has this kind of the prophecy means in the future is the Bimasarse. Bimasas, Latin Bimasas, in the next life births, next life did, this next life, something in the life she met some the mighty incarnations. Then she applied and then died this many years after. Then there's the name of the Tame was there. And that time she's become the enlightenment Buddha Tame was there, Longchen Ranjang Tame was there. And there's a name. Then there's the Longchen Pass. That Thomas, then he can reveal the my teaching, and then that the last moment, her like kind of the how do you say return into the samsara, and like this, the prophecy is like this. Then, at that moment, you be enlightenment, revitalize it. Of course, you is a become Buddha, and you are like kind of the most important. And your breath is like kind of where you become the spaciousness, and you like kind of the position, you have a power, strength, everything. Then is the prayers means it's like that times me be talking about the major, minor, and also enlightened qualities. And this thing is like this. Then is this top of that. Then is the Vajra Master's empowerment. Why it means it's like because now you received all this 10 empowerment. Now you can someone's call to you the Vajra Master, and it's suitable. It's a really Vajra Master because you are lineage holder of the authentic, and therefore maybe sequential order. Maybe Vajra Master is more last one. Okay. And this more is logically too easily to understand. Now it's like it's okay, and you do like this, yes, more easy, yes. After the 5 empowerment, you are like kind of the irreversibility, and because you realize that the secret, the seeing the secret realities, and then it's like you receive the authorizations. And then it's like authorizations, and then after it's like you are the prophecy, yes, prophecy. Prophecies you become is the future. This is that kind of the enlightenment, and then is I think is which one is the confirmations here, I think it's like the revitalizations, and then it's like a kind of praising, and then it's like name receive the name of the Vajra Masters, and like this is like then Vajra Master empowerment, and like this. For example, make the joke, okay? King is like making the torment of the disciple, his own successor, son on the doctor, and son is become curious. He's just to take out the like his crown, just to put it in his son's head, and that moment, look, now you are the king. So exactly like this. Then at that moment, you are become the Vajra Master, called the Vajja masters. Vajja masters is, if someone's called the Vajja master, you need to be this level. Vajja master, okay. Vajja master, Vajja masters, and then it's like the how do you say, second view, the view to regard all the phenomena as the deity of the Vijayadharas. And of course, in authentic practice perception it's like kind of pure perceptions, and it is through the blessing of the emptiness and clear light in which all the phenomena are realized to be beyond conceptual elaboration on a ultimate level. And it's like a kind of the blessing. Here is the blessed blessing. Which kind of blessed? That means it's like you practice pure perceptions. That is your blessing. Your blessing is really like this. You practice pure perception. For example, if you help to the sentient beings, maybe it is like this sentient being. You, for example, thinking about one suffering sentient beings. These sentient beings immediately you transform into the deities, and through your realization, through the compassions, it's the best kind of the blessing, best kind of thinking. And you thinking is like when you blessing some other things, lamas doing rice, you call the consecrations, bless it. The lamas need to visualizations, like kind of his best ultimate rice is the inner this person's true nature of the realities, and through the visualizations it's like these true natures permeated everything, not maybe his or her own the Buddha nature, or maybe it's like bring into all these sentient beings into the how do you say, the nature of the realities, and like kind of they washed inside, you put out completely helped make joke, shark eat and shit out that blessed like this. And also it's like there's you like kind of to wrap all the sentient beings into your secret, secret realities of the true nature of is blessed. Or maybe you can to recognize that it's the nature of the phenomena. Also, you are best blessing. This is blessings. Blessing is like this. Blessing is of the emptiness, the clarities, which all the phenomena are realized to be. That is the blessing beyond the conceptual elaboration. That means the pure perceptions. And then there's nothing kind of dirty or something. That is the part, not part from your true nature of the realities. And that is the really, it is like a kind of the Vajjadhara, Vajjadhatu. Vajjadhatu is the emptiness perspective. This is the relative Vajjadhatu, relative Vajjadhatu. Relative regard the phenomena as the deity of the Vajjadhara. It's like kind of the Kundurji Inja Lachipa, Kundurji Inja, Yetavitanlambe, Tontamba Chuji, in Tupan Semame, Wassertombanya, Janlablis. Lease is like, okay, and they regard all the phenomena as the deity of the Vajjadhatu. Okay, regard is the verb, yes? It's regard means it's the visualize or consider. And all the phenomena as the deity. And the phenomena, it's like here is the relative reality, okay? Phenomena, relative and phenomena are same? I'm asked to you in English language point. Huh? Yes. Phenomena is like huh? Not ultimate is French accent. Ultimate. It's not. It's I'm say it's like the regard all the relative as the deity of the Vajradhatu. Why? Because through the blessing of emptiness and clear light, and this is which of the phenomena are realized. Oh my God! No, not. But it's this. Mine is your same. No, the view is to regard all the phenomena as the deity of the Vajradhatu through the blessing of the emptiness and clear light in which all phenomena are realized to be beyond conceptual elaboration on ultimate level. Relative. You don't use the phenomena. That more close. Matthew, take care. And ultimately, all the phenomena realize that the beyond of the any elaboration characteristics of the. What do you say in the Lotsavas?
The ground, the way in which the view is established is as follows. Ultimately, all phenomena are realized to be clear light beyond conceptual elaboration. Through the blessing of this, the relative is seen as the deities of the Vajradhatu.
Lotsava said realize it, yes? From the state of the emptiness, clear luminosity, the absolute truth go beyond any characteristics of the phenomena, blessed from that all the relatives are deity of Dharma Dhatu. To regard, okay, like regard is a tava, there is tava, to regard the relative as the deity of the Dhamma Dhatu, going back, and through the blessing of, maybe first is go to the Lotsavas is first is blessing, yes? First is like a blessed by the state of. Okay, anyway, it is like how to say, blessed by the Vajradhatu means it's like a chuji yings, like a kind of wasar tombanyat, and this is like the realities. It's kind of you are reside the perceptions. This one is like then you turn into all the relative phenomena deities. Okay, then it's like this. Then it's the meditations, and there's the meditation on the yoga of the skillful means. Visualize oneself as the deity by means of the 5 aspects of the awakening, and the 4 is like miraculous things, and summons the wisdom being who then dissolved into oneself and is sealed by means of the 4 mudras and so on. And this is the like the Mahayogas, and this is like maybe if you want to really to look at this, there is like a kind of the 5 like how to say aspect of the awakening, 4 miraculous, and then it's like a kind of the self, and then it's like the you are invited. Some is like the Janana Sava and dissolve into the Samaya Sava, and then you seal the 4 like kind of mudras. And this one is the Jigme Limbas. There is like a staircase to the heavens or something. Here lie. There is you have. But anyway, it is I wanted to say is like one is like authentic practice the deities. For example, Triya Yogas. When you are quoting the Triya Yogas, and deities like more we are considered as the master or a king or more your boss, and then it's like you making the happy for the deity, this one, and then they can to blessing like a no common sad or uncommon sad you received. And the Charya Yogas is like more like kind of like a kind of the equal. It is the like more same. It's like a kind of the friend and to friend. It's like helping like this sort of. And then yoga tantras is absolutely indivisibility. Deity is deity. The yourself also deity. And then it's like you visualize yourself as deity, and then you invited from the like the Janana Sava, dissolve into your Samaya Savas, and then it's like there is the answer possible or the inseparability of there is, and that is like then is like all the in the relative reality and absolute realities is become the great sameness, And yesterday there's say the sameness. How do you say it? The like supreme indivisibility to truth, and what says like and the supreme indivisibility of the true truth. This true truth, relative truth. There's no differentiations like between, and like this. Here is the more little specific. Nice. It's like, I don't know, the lots about you can't look. There is also the yoga of the wisdoms. Is the yoga tantras, which one rest in the state in which ultimate non-conceptual wisdom is the inseparable from the relative appearances of the deity of the Vajradhatu. Okay, do you have lots of us? What it says? Second one. But after what, can you read in the lots of us? Huh? No, after these sentences. Paragraph. For mudas and so on, okay? Then after there is.
It is exactly same. Only the view was different. View paragraph, the rest is same.
There is also the yoga of wisdoms.
In which?
This is, yes, yoga. Yoga is hirap jinan yoga. Nyamban jopa hirap jinan yogamba was. Okay, this is the yoga of the wisdom. And which one rests on a state in the which ultimate non-conceptualizations, non-conceptual wisdom is inseparable from the relative appearance of the deity of the Vajradhatu. Okay, yes. Yeah, this is like kind of the appearances, normally appearances, and the deities is appearances is deities, appearances deity is also appearances. Appearance is the relative, a relative is the appearances. The relative appearance is deity. The deity is also relative appearances. Sometimes Hla is the deity, Noa is the appearances. Both this deity and the appearances are not kind of the dualistic, like ultimate non-conceptual wisdoms, non-conceptualized. Okay, that is, but it's very, very important if you want to meditate like this. It's like when you're talking about pure perception, that is like so great transformative. And they meditate like on this, like, how do you say, supreme indivisibility of the true truth. Supreme view, supreme meditation, supreme understanding. It says like the inseparable from the relative appearances of the deity of Vajradhatu, and it's like a kind of the Dorji angels, Kunzut Dorji angels. Kunzut is the relative appearances. Relative appearance. Kunzut Dorji angels. And this is really from the relative appearances of the deity of the Vajradhatu. Vajradhatu, Durjik ings. Relative Vajradhatus from the relative Vajradhatu inseparability of appearances of the deities. I want to say like this, and maybe is the ultimate non-conceptual wisdom is one you are like we can to say there is also the yoga of the wisdoms. There is also the yoga of the wisdoms. There is the yoga of the there is the yoga of the wisdom, ultimate non-conceptual wisdom, the state okay, I have one question. Non-conceptual and there's non-characteristic. Different or same? Why? Non-conceptual, no ideas, yes. Non-characteristic, there is look your Tibetan. Dondon tsemma mipa. Tsemma normally characteristic. And here is the non-conceptual wisdom. It's like a general non-conceptual. Mikpa me pihirap. Mikpa me pihirap and tsemma me pihirap nika. Tipa zogarta. Language is very poor, yes. But this also is Matthew's. I think this one is ours Matthew's translated. Yes. Okay, the Lutzawa's houses, if you like exactly the same, that is okay. So I don't know how do you think that one is. Maybe it's ultimate non-conceptual wisdom. Tontamba mikpa mepe hirap is the ultimate non-characterizations wisdoms. Non-characterization is a conceptual, is the adjective non-conceptual. It's like how do you say characteristic or characterize? Characteristic. Okay. Maybe world is not comfortable to say it's ultimate non-characteristic wisdom. I think maybe okay. But it's a slightly, maybe it's the different. Maybe we need to take in care. Tsemma is like a tsemma. Dondon tsemma mepi yehi se dondon tsemma mepi yehi. Zam dondon mikpa mepi yehi seji zimandua. Dondon mikpa mepi non-conceptual wisdom. Okay. Okay. Non-conceptualization is mikpa mepas. And can you check also in Tenma Mepa if there's maybe no conceptualization they translated or not? Okay, doesn't matter. We can to say a little stop. 20 minutes, okay?